Yo, what's good, y'all? Before I start the video, I just wanted to plug in the Discord real quick. I'm always active on there, and sometimes I let y'all help it feature on videos. So if you want to support the channel, subscribing and joining will always be helpful. I also want to thank my boy Degenerosity for coming through and hopping on this video with me. It's kind of crazy that we're collaborating with such a go-to YouTuber. I literally started this channel a year ago as a joke, and yet here we are. I can't thank y'all enough for real. But yeah, let's get to the video. I've mentioned this a lot in a good percentage of videos I make, and that's that in every fan base of artistic talent, there will be people that are willing to face any reputation and sanity that they have to some of these artists. And they will die on their grave with no regrets to the fact that they had their meat shoved down their throats for a good percentage of their life. And I use the term artists loosely in some of these people because sometimes I just don't see the artistic credibility. The idea of this video and me questioning artistic credibility came across to me when I was scrolling on everyone's favorite brain-nourishing app, TikTok. When all of a sudden I came across this video right here of some motherfucker crashing out on some drums at a table, beating that shit like my dad the day he found out I spent my time organizing and ranking Kanye mumble albums. The worst part of this video isn't the fact that this dude gotta be tweaking off the gas station Fed carts to be making this shit. But nah, it's the fact that people are genuinely watching and listening to this shit like this is some God's gift to earth. Like, dog, what are you nodding your head to? Hey, all I'm getting out of this video is to make sure this dude doesn't come near any of y'all's kids. And I pray this dude don't become a father, and let's for sure hope he doesn't have a son that makes YouTube videos. I had to learn that the hard way. But anyways, this video got me thinking the extent of meat riding that happens in the art form known as music. And a lot of these artists people meat ride are probably everyday artists y'all listen to also. And a lot of them y'all probably think you're special for listening to them. And honestly, it's understandable, because I've never denied in my videos that I could be a meat rider myself. But today, we are all gonna face the harsh reality of this epidemic of meat riding together. And we'll realize in harmony that these artists don't know us, bro. Alright, let's start off strong with a fan base I know is gonna piss off the right kind of people. Specifically dudes and even women who wear all black, pull up in Rick Owens, and pose up on Insta looking like they stimming. Yeah, I'm talking about opium. All the motherfuckers that meat ride Carti gotta have the smallest genitals you'll ever seen, because ain't no way all y'all could fit together inside Carti. There's just way too many of y'all. These fans swear that Carti is the greatest of all time, and holy shit, you don't hear the end of it with these Carti fans, especially on the internet. And maybe y'all are okay meat riding with y'all gay asses, cause this dude quite literally sometimes dresses like he don't got verses on songs all about getting head. Like, I know there's people out there wearing thongs just cause Carti got caught doing that shit a few times. What's crazy is some of y'all don't realize that you're low-key meat riding a dude with not so great morals. This the same dude that straight up beat his girlfriend, left the baby with her, and even recently just straight up scammed a streamer for a couple mil. I can't stand how these artists in opium got this stupid mysterious aura trying to trick y'all to meat ride it harder. And clearly it works, because any releases from opium got y'all tweaking balls, commenting like Carti gonna reply to y'all. Man, I low-key miss the old days of Carti where it seemed like he actually cared about his fans. And you know, he actually rapped at his concerts instead of screaming. The thing is though, I gotta admit that yeah, I'm a little bit of a Carti and opium fan, and I'm not saying Carti's music is bad at all, and he low-key did influence the rap scene hella. But bruh, all y'all think everything Carti or opium puts out isn't a miss sometimes. Like, Destroy Lonely is fine and all, but I remember when this album right here dropped, y'all opium fans were talking about it being album of the year, when low-key, a lot of the songs sound the same. Do I think this album is a 1 out of 10 like Fantano says? Hell nah. I'll continue to call out Fantano's takes on every vid I make almost. Because now that I think of it, I do that shit a ton. So watch your back, Fantano. I'm slowly taking your credibility down every video I make. Now continuing on with the subject of meat riders of hip-hop, I'm gonna do another one that I know is gonna rile some people up, but low-key my opinion pretty valid. I'm talking about the meat riders of Kanye West. I swear to God, you never know what you're gonna get with Kanye fans. On one hand, you got people who are like joking, saying, oh, he made Graduation or something like that. But on the other hand, you got people who genuinely think everything Kanye says or does has some sort of deeper meaning, and that we're all the crazy ones for looking at it at surface level. Let's take a look at this comment that I got on my recent Kanye video. And yeah, buddy, if you're the one who commented this and are seeing this video, you're getting called out. Just take a second to read this, bro. Like, dog, Kanye can love whoever he wants, I guess, but I think you missed the part where he said, especially Hitler. Like, bro, you can't defend that shit at that point. especially with all the comments he be making about Jewish people. And a lot of you might be saying, oh, he apologized on Instagram, don't you remember? Yeah, I do remember. And I also remember it being the stupidest apology I've ever seen. Like, bro, he typed a prompt on ChatGPT, put that bitch in Google Translate, and y'all call that an apology? Like, that shit was obviously a troll and a way for Kanye to sell some more Yeezy apparel. Cause ain't no way. Kanye got satires of him on South Park for a reason, bro. It's cause the shit he be saying, it's absurd. And sometimes it seems like everything he says can't be challenged or else they get exiled, as he quotes.
Shut up! Be quiet before you get exiled.
This dude's music is so good that we be forgetting that this dude literally on some Nazi shit sometimes. Now, I'm not saying everything Kanye says is invalid, and I know I have a whole video defending bro, but like goddamn, I wish more people could call out his bullshit. And I swear, I don't want to see any of y'all meet Riot King or Paid any longer, cause that elbow rapping ain't it, bro. Alright, next we're gonna move on to the underground side of hip-hop real quick. And I'ma just say that anything in underground music, even outside of hip-hop, gotta have the worst fan bases sometimes. Usually people who listen to underground music think that their music is the most important type of music in the world, just cause it's obscure and not many people listen to it. And holy shit, the attention seeking is just so crazy. And yeah, this shit goes back to that weird ass video I showed y'all in the beginning of this video. Sorry to break y'all's bubbles, but obscure doesn't always equal good. JPEG Mafia, who low-key, when I first listened to him, I didn't really understand the hype. But it took time of expanding my music taste to come back to him and actually like some of the different shit he's doing. And don't call me a dick eater for that. Only I get to call y'all that. But anyways, sometimes I'd be seeing his fans trying to put people onto him. And when those same motherfuckers critique his shit, they be all up in them saying, oh, you just don't understand this type of hip-hop. All you listen to is mainstream rap. Expand your shitty music taste, bro. To all y'all doing this, there's just some artists that not many people are gonna understand and find enjoyable, and that's okay. And that goes for any type of music. And usually the fans saying this are like white people from the suburbs trying to seek validation. Hey, not saying there's anything wrong with that, but y'all be trying too hard for a dude that doesn't really like your race at all too much. Like, on God, Peggy be trying to cope with the fact that his fan base is mostly white, so he just be straight up racist to them. Like, bro, be lucky you got a fan base who supports you. Who cares about skin color, bruh? This underground type of elitism definitely applies to MF Doom as well. And Rip Doom, but sometimes I can't stand some of his fans. Like, I've definitely mentioned his fans countless times on my channel. But yeah, I can't stand their goddamn nerdy-ass grammar police, all caps when you spell the man's name, bro. And this is like every comment section on any Doom video ever. Another thing with Doom fans is usually with some of his older fans, they just be trashing on any type of newer hip-hop and say that the only good rap is Doom or like older hip-hop. I definitely got a bunch of these comments like that on my Doom video that I swear got recommended to only old heads. Cause why do I be getting comments like this, bruh? But other than that, Doom fans aren't really that bad. Rip Doom yet again. He actually the GOAT. Again, don't say I dick eat though. Speaking of like old head rap, we got the fan base of one of the best to do it, Eminem. Now, Eminem's fan base is an interesting one because I know some of his fans that refuse to listen to any colored rap artist besides his shit cause he white. Like, I know a dude who told me one time, yeah bro, I only listen to Eminem, dog. Some of these black artists just don't got nothing really to say. And I ended the conversation right then and there. Because I just knew this dude probably a racist. Eminem, whether y'all like it or not, was influenced heavily by colored rappers, but he still kept originality back then, and some of his older shit is just really solid. But low-key Eminem fans be dick riding every project he be putting out and calling him the GOAT just because he be rapping fast. Like, bro, yeah, it's impressive, but most of the lyrics got no meaning and no one understanding this shit. M's new projects aren't exactly his best work either. Low-key though, there's still one side where they dick riding these projects, and then there's another side where the hate is just too much. You cannot say Eminem has fallen off when bro's still pulling 70 million monthly listeners. Let's continue on to another fan base I know gonna piss even more people off. Man, I just be catching dubs with how strong we coming off, bruh. Let's talk about the dick eaters of Kendrick Lamar. Now, honestly, this is one of those fan bases where I low-key can understand the sentiment of having him in your mouth with no regrets. Cause low-key, we all know this dude is one of the GOATs and has one of the best discographies in the game. But sometimes, when people listen to this dude and just get so immersed with a triple entendre in every bar, absolute hard production, and just vibes every time you put on those headphones, it's hard to listen to any other types of rap or music without you feeling like there should be more. And that's what some Kendrick fans got a problem with. They like to compare any form of art to Pimp a Butterfly or Good Kid, Mad City and be like, nah, this shit trash. When you want my ox play some hard-hitting bangers, and then when you hand bro the ox, he start playing Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst, which is still a great song. But bro, sometimes there's a time and place for those songs. The rest of the car ride just about to be everyone in silence in they feels. These Kendrick dick eaters like to compare any rap album and like to keep themselves in a bubble of thinking shit isn't it just because they can't get over how good Kendrick is. Like, to all y'all doing this, you guys do know there are other types of genres and types of rap that doesn't exactly have to be filled with substance, but it could still be good in its own way. Alright, next up on this list is Netspend. Do I even gotta explain this fan base, bro? Let's fucking move on, bro. I don't even want to talk about this shit. Talking about Netspend be leaving a bad taste in my mouth, so I'm happy to say that the next rapper I'm gonna talk about gotta be one of my favorite rappers that sadly I've fallen victim to the dick riding. I can't stand when I catch myself me riding, bro. I be at the function talking to the hoes, and somehow it always ends up with me yapping about Tyler, and almost every single time they be looking at me funny, acting like my rant was Kanye having a bipolar episode. Like, damn, bro, I don't see anything wrong with what I'm doing. All I did was try putting them on to Sarah on Bastard. Anyways, now that I've vented that, I'ma just do a quick description of the average Tyler fan. Usually on one end, you got the indie white dudes who be collecting vinyls and be making music their whole personality, and that includes Tyler being a good percentage of it. They saw Tyler dress up like he a grandpa once, and now they pulling up to the function with their old money fits, looking like they straight out of a senior citizen's home. Now, these are honestly some of the newer fans, but that's not to say people didn't do this shit back in the Odd Future days. If you went to any Tyler event during 2011 to 2015, they all dress exactly like Tyler and Odd Future. Odd Future was for real on a whole nother level when it came to influence. Usually Tyler fans be always trying to seek validation, that type of validation that feels eerie. That type of feeling that can be equivalent to when you get accidentally caught liking a baddie's Instagram post from a year ago. That type of feeling that can be equivalent to hearing Netspend's music. And for those of you that don't know what I mean, just go into any comment section on any video by Tyler, and I can almost guarantee you'll find people trying to say that they're his #1 fan and that they don't know Tyler like you do. And this is especially prevalent to the fans that listened to him when Odd Future was a thing, because holy shit, they could not shut up about how they watched Tyler before he came up. And they'll clown on Igor being your favorite album. All up on my face trying to tell me I'm a fake fan for liking his best album. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Anyways, just know that if you're a Tyler fan, you're either a white girl obsessed with Pinterest aesthetic, or you this dude. Talking about all the absolute dick riders people be having for these male artists got me remembering just how bad it could be on the female rapper side. I just feel like when it comes to glazing female rappers, it just feels 10 times worse than when people glazing male rappers. Especially for all the grown-ass men doing the glazing. There's just absolutely no hope for y'all, bro. When these dudes start glazing female rappers, it gives off the same vibe as donating money to female Twitch streamers. Now, before I yap about this topic, I know y'all gonna call me a feminist or some shit. And you know what I say to that? Equal rights, equal fights, bitch. I'm opening my eyes about everyone in this video. It don't matter the gender. Let's start with an obvious one, Ice Spice. Probably the most obvious fan base full of glazers. I'm pretty sure I don't even gotta go into depth. All I gotta do is show you this photo right here, and you can just smell the pussyless comments, bro. You know, I think some of Ice Spice's music is fine, but some of y'all be thinking just cause she attractive, and whatever she be spitting is some straight heat. She got a line saying, bitch, you think you the shit. You not even the fart. Actually, I don't know where I was going with that. That shit pretty hard, I can't lie. Now, we all know Ice Spice mainly didn't blow up just from her music, but also because of some other things, if you know what I mean. And I've seen some of y'all absolute degenerates go wild over this, because if y'all don't see her do that one thing at her concerts or something, y'all start tweaking. It's like people forget she actually makes music and just want to use her to fulfill a little dopamine spike in their brain of horniness. But yeah, moving on from Ice Spice, we can't forget Sexy Red. Yeah, she a bit new in the scene, but that doesn't mean the glazing isn't prominent. She's basically similar to Ice Spice, except her lyrics are a little more questionable. I'ma just say that these lyrics aren't that incredible to have a whole album be a solid 8. Yeah, you want to talk about glazing? Fantano and female artists go together in that category. Sexy Red is one of those female artists that are so split on the dumbest of things that aren't even related to her music, but just fill up a good percentage of what people talk about when it comes to her. You go into a comment section, and on one end, you got people absolutely losing their sanity with these comments, like it's actually bad. And then on the other end, you got motherfuckers absolutely cooking her, calling her names. My mom said you should never call a female. I think I'm gonna just move on from the female rapper conversation right now. You know, I was gonna talk about Nicki Minaj, but I don't really have a ton to say. Their fan base is just a bunch of weird-ass Twitter stan degenerates, and they definitely don't hold back on the meat riding. That's all you gotta know. Anyways, speaking of degenerates, you know, with a video like this, it called for a special guest. And it wasn't just gonna be any guest. Nah, this special guest had to be someone beyond our level of thinking. Someone that could tell you that kissing the homies isn't gay. Someone that could teach you about peeing yourself. You also got some good music opinions too. I'ma just shut up now before I end up glazing bro more than Tyler. Degenerosity, take this shit away.
Thanks, nigga. Dick eating. It's expressed in many shapes and forms. One might say it's the ultimate form of flattery. Others might say it's a sign that maybe you should try deodorant. And they're both kinda right. Cause I've seen levels of meat riding from where it's just compliments to Bjork bomber levels of blazing. By the way, compliments now count as meat riding. Look, I don't make the rules. There's always an acceptable level of being a fan, but one falling too deep for a person, show, movie, serial killer, whatever. Not only do you look like and are a creep, but you also you're just doing too much. Take it from me, I'm a Ye fan. I've done and seen unnecessary levels of D-riding. It's even worse now since half the new Ye fans also stand a man that can get mogged by my own feet. This is showing how bad meat riding could be. I don't mean the folk that casually ride and are fans of something. We all fans of one or two things. But when you let your fandom interest become a major part of your personality, you start to become cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. The amount of gawking you do be reordering your brain's chemistry, changing the way you think, and the amount of holes you can get. Excessive meat riding destroys societies, destroys the environment, destroys the planet, and worse, it can destroy you. Although not all acts of meat riding are criminal, don't let the D consume you the way you consume the D. And in conclusion,
Man, I love these cookies. They taste so freaking good. They're the reason why I get morning wood.